times in a row. My bad. If anybody watches this in the future, especially Dwyer, my bad. All right. No, you're gonna. All right. Yeah. No. Take care. Yeah. Yeah. Have a good night, and I'll catch you later. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and start here in three, two, one, go. That's start. One thing that so there's an element of very small element of memorization. The way that I do my like intro, I was really only looking for abilities. I spent zero time looking at magic stats there. I probably should spend more time looking at magic stats, but I also just sat there and I'm like, what do I need this team to do? So I was absolutely thinking like, okay, well, Edgar needs to do whatever he needs to do to basically make Magitech work, and then everybody else just fills in. So that Ragnarok is a game changer. The other mistake I see a lot of people make is that they'll buy a little bit too much or too little items. I'd say most people use somewhere around 5 of each per seed. Maybe 3 of the like status clearing ones. So just one thing, like if you're just picking up the run or just learning, pick up like what's comfortable to you in terms of how many items you spend and buy that many. And try to make that work. Like if you have to stop at an item shop, great, but try to make something work with what you have. There's something to that in terms of like that making your routing better. If you just buy exactly what you need the first time you see it, or route enough item shops, chests, whatever, to just have what you need. Like this situation, I always buy 5 revivifies, 5 potions, 5 Phoenix Downs, and 3 of everything else. That's my personal threshold of what works. If you run across Warpstone, I pretty much always buy, or sorry, sell the farm to buy Warpstones. Like, last thing I want to do is get caught with my pants down and not have Warpstones. Like, I can't guarantee that they're going to be here in, like, Figaro. So it's like, I'm going to buy them when I see them, and that's is what it is. That was also my bad for not having Edgar in the first slot. So Ragnarok and 2 Aspergers early. A 239 grand's a game changer. Even if I buy a ton of sleeping bags, I always buy at least 2 or 3 tents. Just in case I need a tent to like bring people back alive, not have to burn like every Phoenix down I own. So I'm 50-50 on this. I'm looting returners here because I don't have Jack Squad armor. Like everything I got was weapons or items. I mean, fixed dice is definitely another. Oh god, that was such a great find. So Gauntlet with Ragnarok, like whoever can wear that, whether it's Edgar or somebody else, somebody's getting Gauntlet of Ragnarok. Like that's their strat. And they're going. You can make the case that item shops don't really mean a lot to me. I'm gonna just poke him quickly just to see. So my first place to go might be just a grind fight outside South Figure right here. There's a lot of seats where grinding outside of town isn't really a good option. The reason it is here is because like the check that would be the most conducive to that is really probably Burning House. Do you really want to go to Burning House and take fights? Like, I think the answer is no, generally. So, South Figaro is probably the best place to grind. I'm going to see what the Espers are. If either of them are reasonably good, I'm just going to take my fights here. So those items are kind of crappy. I'm going to save and take the fights, but I'm not holding out hope that this is like Silver Bullet either. I don't like that he has So, second Ragnarok, okay. Oh, I could have just threw dice. Silly me. Crystal Mail is a huge find. That makes Edgar viable in the front row. So I was definitely thinking about going straight to Zen to just try my luck and try to buy armor. Like, I have plenty of money for Zen Thief, so like my next best thing that I can buy is really armor for Edgar. Now I don't have to think about that. Magus Rod on Straga is huge. So I just picked up a ton of good pieces there. So I'm saving because I'm gonna fly normally here. I strayed for the last like little bit just to make sure my position's not bad, but yeah, long story short, I was absolutely thinking that the whole time. Offering. So I'm looking for Genji Glove. If I can find a Genji Glove, I will absolutely buy it and find it, use it. Like, that's that would be huge if I could. This time, I'm gonna see what this is. Doesn't mean I'm gonna take the fight, but I am gonna look at it. Not taking that. That fight isn't like impossible to do. It's just not worth the trouble that it would have taken to like, do it. I'm better off taking a ground fight if I can get any real experience here. I'm gonna consider myself online now. 8's usually good enough to get through a fight. So what I'm hoping to do here is take advantage of Edgar's check to do Ancient Castle. Oh, that's a great find. The only thing that you have to be careful about with walking grinds is if there's no save spot before the boss fight, you may lose the progress that you made. This isn't actually a safe situation, I would say. To the point where it might be worth me actually stripping off Noogle Charm and just take one more fight. In fact, I'm gonna do it. I just don't want to be on 10. I'll be on anything but 10, but not 10. So yeah, Edgar 11 plus Magitech. And then I got all the big weapons, all the big guns. Like, I'm pretty happy with the setup. There are bosses I can't beat right now, but not like an infinite amount either. It's probably an 80% plus chance of being okay. So I do have jump and dice. So Dragonhorn jump dice isn't a terrible strat. If you ever need it, it's like it could be a saver. Especially in a bad fight like this. Setzer is a guy. He is a guy. Like, he is a character in this game. I actually want Straga to learn that. I guess just for the sake of argument, I'll teach it to him, but I don't really care. He's not using Merton Demi or Quarter with the build that he has. That's a huge, 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 huge. I can't emphasize enough how critical that was that Setzer's dice rolls were clutch there. Like, that could have been a terrible fight, if not. Like, I actually am pretty impressed with how that worked out. There are times, like, just as much as RNG could be a bad thing, RNG can work out in your favor sometimes, rarely. You know, I don't talk about, like, physical movement a lot. Usually I don't think it saves that many frames, but down here is one of the places where this and Mount Colts, if you're ever going to practice like a spot, both of those are worth it. Colts being Saban's check, the mountain, and then that ancient castle, like getting your way through that. Like, those are two places where you can save a ton of time if you do it right. Like, if you go the long way, like, you're gonna end up grabbing the chest and everything else, and you're gonna spend an extra 30 seconds on it. And it's not worth it, usually. Like, usually it's a disadvantage to you if you actually chase that. Alright. Dragon fights. It's actually a mess up on my part not putting Esper on lock. It worked out, but that was a little scary. Scarier than it needed to be. So this isn't a bad start. 6 checks at 20 minutes. $1,000% even better now that somebody that is using a Ragnarok can use Snow Muffler. So I might plunge a little bit for a Genji Glove. Like if there's any way I can get a Genji, I'd do it with 2 Ragnaroks in hand and 2 users, because I can toggle Genji Glove between the 2 of them. Like that's not a problem. Also not a problem will be the Stooges. I was gonna say Maga Sisters, I knew that wasn't right. Yeah, the 3 Stooges. I'm taking that fight next. I didn't mean to stop. Sorry, that was just habit when I see that menu. I would rather do Stooges now before I boost scaling any further, because I am on the cusp of getting to level 20. So ability scaling would start going out of control at level 20 here. In terms of them starting to use like Fire 3 and like ridiculous spells that I don't want them to use. So I'd rather just take the fight now. Guarantee it and then be safe and move on. Relatively guarantee it. It's not 100%er, but it's close enough. That's the problem with this fight, is they counter everybody even though they get hit by one person. I took the safe strat there and just made sure it locked it and screwed up. Genji Glove? That's not Genji Glove. That's the opposite of the Genji Glove. Like, it could have been something helpful, but it's a Dragon. Since I'm here, I might as well just finish this. I kind of had this in mind the whole time I was here. I was like, alright, well, I might as well just, like, full clear this. So, the question will be, after this, what do I want to do next? Probably South Figurative, because I'll probably want the heal, honestly. Is this even randomized? I was so close to the end, I was like, alright, I'm just gonna go. Probably wasn't a great decision. If it hit any harder than it did, it would have been a problem. Alright, so Locke is my theoretical Genji Glove user that may or may not exist yet. Yeah. Gauntlet versus Atlas Hyper. Who's gonna win? Or Gauntlet Hero, I guess I should say. Fenrir's a great clone too. So I know this just screwed me a little bit, but let me give it a shot. I'm willing to invest like a minute, 2 minutes even, if there's a Genji Glove on the table here. One thing I don't need is a second, well, sorry, third Ragnarok. So I'm just gonna go. I already know kind of what the answer is at Coliseum, so like even if I have to reset and do Daryl's, like I'd rather do that than mess around here. Ghost Train, that's a great fight. It's easy game. I don't even have to think all that much when I get that kind of RNG. The only thing I could go faster is a Genji Glove, so I'm looking. I'm thinking about it. I'm going to fade Fanatics here like the plague. I am not taking Fanatics Tower unless I absolutely have no choice. Like with all physical offense, like I really don't want to do that. Like, the thing I actually need is tier 3 magic on Straga now that he has magic plus 2. Like, he has a real offense, I just need to get him something. Like, he's gonna have plenty of power for endgame. If I can get him Ultima, like, game over. The combination of 2 Ragnaroks and Illumina and Straga should take care of things. I think I get more excited, like, for, like, good drops on 6 than I do for, like, FE. Like, FE is, like, if you happen to get somebody, great, but, like, when you get, like, a good character, a good drop, like, it's a game changer in how it plays. Actually, I don't even want to take his turn. If it was up to me, I wouldn't. Probably should check who has that set up. Doesn't matter. One of the rare times, like, I like Shadow as a character. Could care less right now. Like, sorry, Shadow, you're amazing, but there's nobody in this party you can replace. Unfortunately. Driving like a madman here. Two options. I'm gonna go for the safer option here. If this isn't a character though, I'm fading it and going straight to FC. Like, I need to see what this is to decide though. Like, this would be a better character check than doing anything the Shadow has. But if this isn't a character check, like, if it's an Esper, I might take it, but I'm going straight to FC after. I mean, for Mog, I'm absolutely doing Mog here. I don't need a second. I don't need anybody to tell me different. Yeah, I'll take Mog here. Who's got steel? Anybody? Bueller? Alright, so I got Mog. feel like I go straight to... I'm gonna look at the relic shop as quickly as I humanly can, and then go straight to Narsh, and hope that there's 2 espers there. Sorry, doggo, I'm on a good pace. It wasn't really intentional, but if I lose time here, then I'll take that loss. Alright, cutscenes. I'm gonna do all the cutscenes right here. So I wanted to learn Ice 2 on Strago, which is pretty important. I wanted Edgar to be protected more than I wanted Setzer to be protected, because Setzer is going to be in the air most of the time anyway. Like, I did a lot of things with that little short menu. It was an awkward menu, it was a bad timing for a menu, but as far as like goals and aspirations, I definitely did what I needed to there. Alright, so potentially an Esper. Tell me this is an Esper. If it's an Esper, man, I am moving. I mean, I have to look. Oof, a Genji glove. So if this is an Esper, do I go for the Genji glove? Yes, I think I do. I can save a minute and a half, at least, having a second character that could really just crush. Like, having Locke online is a game changer for Final Kefka in this situation. Everybody that's good's on this same side. RNG screwed me here. Sorry, I didn't mean to say anything bad about your RNG. You're definitely a G. You're something. You're my buddy and pal. Don't don't do something different now that oh, I don't have offering on. Yeah, I just passed right over Overcast. That was a little sloppy. How do you like your sloppy joes? I like them extra sloppy. Just like my World's Cloud suits. I mean, Final Kefka's open. If I can get into Final Kefka, or get into Kefka's Tower 43-ish minutes, I'd be okay with that. Yeah, so Genji Glover, boss tier. It makes such a huge difference with my offense if I have a second character that's over viable. Like, Edgar's viable. If Locke is also viable, it's a game changer. I mean, I'll crush the right side. There's no stopping this group. I may or may not take the dragon depending on what's on Esper 9. Like, can I get Strago something is the only real question at this point. Yeah, this is really just to get second Ragnarok onto somebody. Like, Ragnarok 2 on Locke is worth this time waste. If you even want to call it a waste. I don't even think it's that big of a waste, honestly. So, Piper, Genji Glove. Yeah, he is a tank. So, you. Sure, Flare. That was sloppy, but not as sloppy as the sloppy joes, but it was sloppy. Shouldn't have went to my menu there. Alright. This is a party. I'm going in at 43 minutes. I'm pretty hyped about this, actually. Sword Tech. I didn't even know that he had Sword Tech. Don't know if I care, though. I mean, I don't have Sign. I don't have a way to get him leveled, so I'm just gonna go with it. I don't know if I like my mods red. Like, my Moogle should be... Sorry, I'm not gonna say anything else. As soon as I was about to say the words, I was like, yeah, there's no way that's gonna end well, I'm just gonna shut up. It's just not normal you see a red Moogle. Like, I've seen enough Final Fantasy games that noodles aren't red. But anyway, long story short, don't mind me. I'm being dumb. It's a little too late for me, I think. All right, back up warpstone. I don't think I care. Everybody has a noodle charm, so I'm not gonna burn warpstones at this point. All right. What kind of gas am I cooking with here? Like, if there's any way that I can kill this guy before Setzer drops, that would be huge. Don't die. Don't die. Damn it. Damn it, Setzer. Like, do you not realize that, like, I'm getting him levels? Alright, so I'm gonna get him flare and then I'm gonna switch him back. Damn it. Now I have to take the dragon because I screwed up that fight. That's a time waste. I mean, at least he only, like, killed one guy. He could have very well just killed everybody. Man, Locke and Edgar guys are ready to go. Like, they are strong, man. They are really strong. Locke's not gonna die easily in front row like that. Wait, Setzer is quick? Did I read that right? I think if he learned quick, he learned it from natural magic. It would have been nice if Locke or Edgar got quick here. If I play my cards right, I could be on Kafka switch in sub-hour. I should have just walked straight up. There's literally no chance of Shadow or Mog doing anything at all. But that was a mistake. A minor mistake. It wasn't a big deal. What a fight. So I bring the whole party in there just to make sure everybody has MP. Especially with two like MP crit like sword users. Like I need them two to be like locked in. Actually, you know what? I need him. Yeah, I need it that way. Unfortunately, yeah, I actually need Setzer to be with Edgar here. Edgar is the weaker of the two. Like, Locke crushes, no doubt. I have my reservations about Edgar here. So, like, if I'm going to send party member 4 with somebody, it's going to be Edgar. Illumina fails in certain situations, and that's just the way life is. It's not many situations, but there's just enough of them that it's a problem. I'd say, what, 2 or 3 missteps already? Not great. Usually, like, the whole Kefka's Tower, I do 2 or 3. 4, 5. A couple serious ones in there too. I try to. It is something to practice. Is this like Kefka climb? Like this is something that you want to get pretty clean, so that you're not losing time to the field. This isn't where you like win or lose a seed, but like you do this every seed, so like it is something that you don't want to be like markedly worse than other people at. I guess that's me. That's the mentor in me talking, not the like. Is it really a big deal? No, not really. Like it's so minor that I wouldn't even really worry about it all that much, to be completely honest. Alright, so no Magic Master. Fingers crossed. Hopefully these are just cheesy, easy bosses. With that being said, I do have like the right parties for cheesy bosses on the sides. If I was doing skip at 54 minutes, I'd feel confident getting a sub out one time. And I've already done Guardian and Poltergeist. Like, unless something really terrible is on the left or right side, I'm probably okay. Alright, so... Alright, fingers crossed this is something that I can take. 2 Ultras. Alright, sneeze me away. Giving me more trouble than it's worth. This is where it gets a little interesting, because I'm not really all that high leveled. This is the danger of doing a really aggressive seed. Alright, Shadow and then Mod. This is also why I did the Force Stack. If I didn't do the Force Stack, this isn't even on the table. I'd be at 110 right now. Nah, probably not 110 with 2 Ultras there, but point stands that this is the viable way of doing this sub 110. Sure, whatever. Mog Shadow, Shadow Mog is the same difference. Alright, well, done with tier 1 at exactly an hour. That's that is a pace. I can confirm this is a seed and that is a pace. 5 seconds to switch tiers. lock. You have a snow muffler on. What the hell? He should only be taking, like, 10 hits should heal lock. What the hell is that? That is ridiculous. That he took any damage at all. Like, what are we doing here, guys? People are going to think that I don't know what to do if, like, lock's taking damage against 10 hit. So, is that a remedy? So I need to remedy lock. Everybody else doesn't matter. There was a little bit of RNG there that helped me. Alright, so Strago is killing lock. I didn't think that that was going to happen. My bad. He just doubled his damage over and over. 2,000, 4,000, 8,000, then he was going to do 16, but like it wasn't even a possibility in the game, so they just gave me straight 9s. That was a... what a jump by Setzer to finish that one off. He says extraterrestrial. That's pretty funny. Alright, I'm gonna call it good here. I mean, this was 2 really fun seeds. I really enjoyed it, so appreciate, who was it? Rastafari and, sorry. Yeah, Rastafari and, Dwyer. So, much appreciated to both of you for your seeds, and, thanks for sharing, and with that being said, I'm gonna call it good and call it a night here. It's pretty late at this point, so everybody take care and have a good one.